Ben is not with us, so therefore I have assumed his role. You will get round details by email from somewhere of who's doing what in the coming weeks, both as to 10-minute presentations and as to education slots. So keep your eyes open for that. This week, it gives me great pleasure to present from the Sensible Member biography sheet. The business name is LG Networks. The profession is business telecommunications, and our speaker, and it's no surprise because he's standing up there, is a director. The business location is Thurrock and London, areas covered West End to South End. Years in business 20, previous jobs city banker, retail, sales and management, and photographer. He might not need to do it 10 minutes after this. He has a spouse, Paula, married 21 years. He has children, Abby and Daniel, 17 and 12 respectively. He has a dog called Bailey, or is it a Bailey called? No, a dog called Bailey. Ronnie and Reggie are the cats. His hobbies are rugby coaching, sports, keeping fit and beer. His hometown is Brentwood, and his burning desire is to go on holiday. Something no one knows about him. He was a store detective once, but he wasn't very good at it.
I was useless.
His key to success is, you wrote all this, Stuart, you'll have to put up with it. His key to success is build a good team and don't take yourself too seriously. So, with all seriousness, Stuart Small.
Very good.
Morning, guys and girls. How are you all doing? Right, okay. This is going to be a proper old school style 10 minutes, all right? Because I thought obviously we haven't got projectors, we haven't got all that sort of stuff, and quizzes have been done. So I'm just going to just talk to you for a couple of minutes, and then hopefully we're going to get some questions afterwards. Okay, so a little bit about me, just briefly, as pretty much as Aidan just said there. So I've been a long-term member of EBF. I joined just after my daughter Abby was born, but my only way of getting business at the time was going around knocking on doors, industrial estates in the rain. I thought it's got to be a better way of doing that, so I thought, oh no, I'll try go at this. Well, Abby's just about to turn 18, so that's how long I've been a member. My son Daniel is 12, and my wife Paula and I have been married for just over 21 years. Before LG Networks, I worked at Merrill Lynch, American Investment Bank. I had to go at retail management. I was in sales. I even eked a living as what I used to call myself a self-unemployed photographer. I did that for a few years after leaving art school. So LG Networks has been around about 20 years now. Small family-run telecommunications business with offices down in Thurrock and up in the city of London. It's run by myself and my cousin, Brett, a lot of you will know, and we co-own, co-direct the business together. It's a small but has been organically growing business, serving customers all over London and Essex. A large part of that success has been the team that we've built around us. We've got a really good team. 2 or 3 have been with us over 10 years now. One has been with us over 15 years. Again, like you know Brett, a lot of people know Debs as well. She's our Terry, she's our Rottweiler, she goes and gets all the money. There's 15 of us in all. And I think one of the things I'm most proud of is if we had to shut everything down and start all over again tomorrow, I'd rehire every single one of them. And that's something we're really proud of. We've worked on some really big projects, the Savoy Hotel, the Shard, we did the Olympic Delivery Authority. We've got some big household names as customers, Decathlon, Renault, the Royal Opera House, some central government, we do some central government work, local government work. But a majority of our customers are just small and medium-sized businesses, just like you, and just like your customers, just like the businesses you know. Our perfect client is a small office between 5 and 50 people. Right, that's really where we want to be. That way we get to speak to the business owner and we can really directly influence what we're doing. So what do? Well, it's business telecommunications. So that's internet, data cabling, phone systems and mobiles. We simplify technology using plain English with a single point of contact for all services. That little phrase I've just read there is something that we've got written on our walls, and it's drilled into all of our team. It's a single point of contact. That's really important. We know that's important because our customers have told us. And we try and keep things really straightforward. We try and do away with the jargon. We try and speak in plain English. So we grew up as a telecoms company. We just go in, put phone systems on the walls, lay out a dozen phones, and then we'd charge you for the line rental and the phone calls. That was really simple business. Business has changed massively over the last few years, and we are now far more actually about supplying the internet service that those phones and all the other systems that businesses use run on. So I thought I'd give you a little lesson, very quick lesson on the different types of internet services that there are and some of the pros and cons that we see. Okay, so the number one, the most basic broadband you can get, ADSL. We all had it when it first came out. Who remembers dial-up? Just after dial-up, yeah. ADSL, copper broadband. It was copper all the way from the exchange to the green box to your house. Really widely available, very cheap, but it's very slow. Okay, the next one up is fibre to the cabinet. Okay, that's where they run a bit of fibre all the way from the exchange to that green box at the end of your street, and then it's copper connection from there to your house. Okay, it's generally a pretty good connection. Most people will be happy with that. You can run a small business on that. It's not bad at all. It's still a broadband. It's still a shared service, so it's going to slow down when all the kids come home and jump on the Xbox. Yeah, and it's a contended service, so it depends on your local network demand. If demand goes up, everyone's service slows down. The next one is fibre to the premises. Okay, and that's the new thing. That's what's coming out now. Okay, Brentwood is just about, the areas are switching on in Brentwood now. Southend has got a lot of it, other areas haven't. And that is fibre to the premises. It's a piece of fibre down to it's shared fibre all the way down to the green cabinet, and then a very small thin fibre from the green cabinet to your house. Okay, so the good thing, loads of speed. Okay, but it is still a shared service. Okay, it's still unmanaged. Okay, and it will slow down with network demand. And what will happen, like fibre to the cabinet did, as more and more people sign on to fibre to the premises, everyone's speed will slowly drop down. Okay, so those speeds that they're advertising now, everyone will drop down as everyone signs up for more. The other option, the best option, is a fibre lease line. Fibre lease line, that's the gold standard, that's what everybody really wants. As a dedicated fibre all the way from the exchange straight to your house, not shared with anybody. Okay, completely dedicated just for you. When I say house, I mean business really. You wouldn't really have one at home. We have got some customers that have them at home, but generally that's what we've got, dedicated fibre optic service all the way through. Okay, you can say I want to buy 100 meg, 500 meg, 1000 meg, 10,000 meg, you can buy whatever speed you want, you can choose and you can buy it, and you will get that 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's also a fully managed service. So if anything starts to go wrong, if they start seeing any jitter on the line or any packets dropping out, it's actively monitored. So they see that probably before you even notice it. Okay? And then that will drop everything down. So they're the different types of internet connections that are available. But I just wanted to give you a very practical demonstration about the importance, because this is something we get all the time, is the difference between your WAN and your LAN. Alright? Really important, you want to know the difference between your WAN and your LAN. I'll give you a very quick practical demonstration. Okay? This is your WAN. This is your wide area network. Right, and basically what that does, hold that for me, Neil. There, mate. Alright, that is your connection that goes to the outside world. Right? That's your WAN.
It works like that.
Just like that. It does the way we sell it. Anyway, then you have your LAN connection. Okay, WAN, wide area network. Okay, it's everything that you do outside. Then you have your LAN connection. That's your local area network. That's everything that you do inside your house. Be a phone for me, darling, would you? There you are. There you are, a phone. And then we can have Alright, I want to plug in. My little boy wants to play on his Xbox, so you can be an Xbox for me. Yeah, and who wants to be a wireless fridge? Anyone? Wireless fridge over there. And I'm gonna need an Alexa. We want an Alexa? Alexa, perfect. So what I'm saying is you have two networks running in your house. You have your WAN network that goes outside, that your provider provides to you, and your LAN network, bing, 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 fridges, okay, that works inside. Both have to be working well for you to have a good online experience, okay? There is no point having the best super fast fibre to the premises, okay, and having a crap managed network inside. Likewise, there's no point having the best cabling inside and the best Wi-Fi network if this is rubbish. Okay, both have to be working well, and that's what we manage for you. Sometimes you hear people saying, "Oh, I've got full signal on my Wi-Fi. Why is my broadband rubbish?" Well, there you go. Unplug that. You've still got full signal on your Wi-Fi. It's not going anywhere. Okay, that's basically the point, and that does just lead to that. The most important bit of kit in your house is probably this, the router. Okay, if you've got great service outside, great service inside, this is the box that sits in the middle of it, handing out all the IP addresses, running your mobile phones, running your fridges, your Alexa, all comes through your router. If you've got a good setup inside, good service outside, but you're still struggling, it's probably down to your router. If you're still running on the basic one that Sky gave you for free, don't. It's just not up to the job in most cases. Okay, go and get yourself a decent Draytech or something like that, and that will do it out for you. And that's about that. Thank you very much. There you go. I've got time for if anyone's got any questions. Yeah, we have got time for questions. Go on then.
Looking at your router, I see you've got three things that are sticking out out the back. I don't have any of those.
Yeah.
Do I need to replace my router?
It depends. If your router is doing what it needs, what you need it to do indoors, then fine, leave it. Don't. If you've got signal where you need it, leave it. If not, then yes, there are better routers that will give you boost out signal further. So it's entirely down to the experience. If you've got everything you need at home, then no. If it's not broke, don't fix it. But
what's the difference between a hub, a router, and a switch?
okay, so hubs are okay. No one really uses hubs anymore. Actually, really hard to buy. But a hub used to be what we refer to as a dumb switch. It didn't manage any traffic. It just splurted everything everywhere.
Okay.
Okay. A router allocates IP addresses out to the device. Okay. So when my router talks to this, it's managing communication.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
A switch normally sets. So, for instance, I've only got 4 ports here.
Yeah.
Say I've got 12 devices.
Yeah.
Yeah. All I would do is I would just connect one of these
Yeah.
to a switch and everything else into the switch. A bit like a hub of a bicycle wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really what a
Yeah.
switch does. It kind of sits in the middle, so it can spend all the spokes out to all the different devices.
Okay.
Yeah, the physical hardwired devices.
Yeah.
Wireless devices will come straight off the router.
Okay. Thank you.
Cool. Okay.
Sort of a follow-up to the next question. Is it better to invest in a new router first before investing in a mesh system? See if the router could be the problem.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
Yes.
Thank
So a
you.
mesh system is basically where different bits of kit can talk directly to each other. So I can have access points here and there, but even if you've got a decent mesh setup,
Yeah.
it still needs to come back to a good router. Otherwise, you're just going to be overloading a crap router. It's just
Yeah.
not going to manage to handle that traffic.
Thanks.
Is there a website or any resources that tell us when the fibre to premises will be delivered in your area?
Probably the best check is to go on the BT OpenReach website, not BT.
Yeah.
OpenReach website. They're the infrastructure provider. If you want to ask me, if you're particularly interested, I can have a look and see for you. But yeah, the OpenReach website is probably the best. The other thing I would say is that OpenReach aren't the only show in town. They're the biggest show in town, definitely. But there are lots of other providers as well that we can get service from. So a customer, hopefully a potential customer in Basildon yesterday, they can't get anything from OpenReach other than that basic copper broadband.
Yeah, we're the
Okay,
same.
yeah, okay.
We're
Well,
the
I've got them a 100 meg fibre connection into there. It's not a lease line, it's a broadband, shared broadband. Okay, but we can get that into them. We use a private company. They're a company called Glide Networks, and we can get them fibre connection in there as well. So there's lots of other people around, not just Openreach.
Sorry, another question.
Wow.
Question.
Go
Go
on.
on, Stu.
Go on, Howard.
At what point in your incredible experience do you see a dedicated lease line becoming a viable option?
Well, it is a viable option now. We put lease lines into small businesses, with 3 or 4 people in the office. It's more about how important the internet is to you. If you're on a broadband connection, even a good broadband connection, their service level agreement for a fault is about 40 hours. So how can you cope without internet for a week? If that's business critical to you, then you're going to pay £250 a month for a lease line because it gets fixed in 4 hours. So it's not just about speed; it's about the quality and stability of that connection and the service level agreement and how quickly it comes in. The price has come down massively over about the last 5 years, but they have levelled off now. So a typical lease line, most people were paying £500-600 a few years ago. Now they're paying about £250 a month, but that's kind of levelled and has stayed at that price. The price isn't really dropping. What happens now is you start to get a bit more speed. Where you used to get 50 meg for 250 quid, now you're getting 100 meg for 250 quid. So the price isn't dropping down, but speeds are going up.
Alison, did you have a question?
Yeah, I
Sorry,
think you. So, do you come to actual people's houses? I'm just thinking where I live,
Yeah.
we don't have broadband.
Yeah, we
Don't.
as a business,
Yeah.
we don't do residential.
No.
We work for
Yeah,
commercial
yeah.
premises. Mainly because and the biggest reason for that is most of the products we sell just don't really work for most residentials. Well, I would say to anybody here, if you want a bit of help or you just need a bit of guidance, I'll happily help you all out. Of course, I will. But as a business,
Yeah.
we don't really do residential.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Stuart, thank you
Anything else?
very, very much indeed. Stuart, that's absolutely brilliant. The WAN and LAN is the yin and yang of your business. And I have to say, you've been doing this for 17 years. Why didn't you do one of these 5 years ago? I'd have been so much better off. So, you know what I'm doing. Really clear, really excellent, well put over.
Really as bad as we thought it was.
Wasn't
That's
read a lot quicker than I thought it
Stuart.
would.
Well done. Right. Moving on to the final part of the meeting, the referrals and testimonials round. We'll start with Paul, the naughty corner, and work round and finish up at the other end. Paul.
Yeah, thank you, Stuart, as always. I've looked after our telecom for the last 6-7 years. Always brilliant service.
Longer than that, I
Thank you.
think.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, it was, yeah. I thank you for the money for Sarah Steele.
Oh, right.
Hang on for Aidan.
No chance. Pop that out.
Thank you, Paul.
No, sorry, no one for Aidan.
Oh, really?
It never gets old.
We still laugh. I'm putting myself laughing. We're business. What we're doing is much fun online, is it?
Well done, Stuart. Stuart does our telecoms, and I take great delight whenever a cold caller phones up the company and asks, who's in charge of your telecoms? So I'm asked to manage by a member of the esteemed Naughty Corner. Jane, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thank you, Stuart. But you don't do domestic. And Terry, yes, excellent 60 seconds. No, education, that's it, education.
Did you hear it?
I haven't got anything for you, Aidan. Sorry about that. See you next week.
Very good meeting, lively and fun and informative. LAN and WAN. Who'd have thought I'd know the difference? Ask me again tomorrow. It may. Howard, thank you very much for that. Yes. And also, that was an awesome 10-minute presentation.
Thank you.
Well done, sir. Thank you, everybody.
Yes, thank you, Stuart. I am far more informed now than I have ever been. Thank you. I just want to say a few thank yous this week. Thank you to Vince once again for turning around printing almost overnight for a client of mine. I want to say thank you to Paul Booth for turning around some finance reports I needed in a matter of hours, which was amazing. Paul DeLu for his ever amazing blogs. And Colin, I want to say a special thank you to you because I think it was last week, or the week before actually, because I was away last week, you mentioned that you'd applied for a business grant from your local council. And no sooner had you said that, all these things started coming up on my Facebook, funnily enough. And I have now applied for a business grant. I don't know if I'm going to be successful, but any small business out there that has had to change their business because of COVID, apply for it. It took me half an hour. I might get nothing, I might get $5,000, but thank you. That was a really good.
Facebook still maintain they're definitely not listening.
No, definitely not.
Yep, great meeting. I remembered the word, I couldn't remember. It was analogy. Great Ed slot, Terry, which I've not wasted a second because I've totally ignored. Congrats, Matt, on the Oscar. Fantastic 10 minutes, Stuart. I would have a chat with you about a Draytech router. I've never heard. Doesn't it sound very sexy? I like a sexy router. I've got an estate agent I'm going to invite along on the 18th, but I won't be around, so if you gents and ladies could look after him for me. And a referral for Mr. Nick Cook.
Hang on, see if I can reach.
See you next week. Back at the farm.
Would that analogy or analogy?
Well done, Stuart. I'm probably your smallest customer, your business. Ever since I set up TM Law, he's been looking after it, and
Paul's joined us now.
But yeah, he looks after everything. Anything goes wrong, he looks after it, deals with it quickly, and the staff are lovely. And no one you want to keep them, they're really nice. They're just lovely to deal with. So thank you very much. We've got some referrals. One to Stuart Smallcombe. Yeah. Stuart Smallcombe.
I know what's coming.
Stuart Smallcombe. I haven't finished yet. Excuse me, where are you going? And one for Vince.
Right. So well done to Terry for, I can't read your writing, what's that say? Oh yeah, for the excellent Ed slot.
Thank you.
And Stuart from Lovely Guy Networks. Thank you very much. And well done to Matt for winning the Oscar. I'll take a photo of you. But mainly thank you to Simon the plant guy, for his fantastic advice he's given me for my daughter's trying to find a new work placement. He's given me some strategies to use with the potential employers, for a letter we had to write. So thank you to him for that, for his expertise. So he's not only good at plants, he's also good at recruitment. Always remember that.
Yeah.
Really good 10 minutes. And if I hear of any companies that I'll come across that have got complaints, you're the first person that I will put your name forward. Thank you for the money for Brian and helped him in the week. Good Ed slot. I had a friend of mine that daughter actually took her own life because she wasn't getting any of the backing. If I'd have known then, I probably, and she might be here now. Jane, I'd like a little box, please.
Of course you shall.
I'll see you all next week.
Thank you.
Great meeting, it's got Taryn and fantastic 10 minutes. I've got to say, I've had no issue with your service required.
Good, that's good to know. Just don't plug it in.
I'll let you know. Brilliant 10 minutes, and clearly know your stuff. I now know what a landman is as well, and I'm under 50. And referral for Mike Rogers there. Who's going to have a chat with a friend and get some advice on remortgaging. Had one-to-ones with Scott in the last week. 3 one-to-ones with Scott in the last week. And sales still yesterday. That's it from me. Thanks everyone. See you next week. Would you pass that to Stuart?
No, actually, it's to pass the back to you, Tom. I've referred Paul to one of my largest clients to write some content and do the magic stuff with words. Nick, go around that way. We spoke about a very good friend of mine who wants to remove a chimney and open the kitchen and dining room.
Thank you, Scott.
Thank you for all your advice that you've given me
across the years, it has been a big help.
It's a shame you don't do residential. I've got 3 broadbands in my house and I'm sure I don't need them.
Ben Ben, he'll sort it out.
Right, I've got a referral for Alan that we've already talked about, something to do later, and a referral for Ben Golding, if you can take that to him.
Alright.
Already spoke to him as well. And good to see you all. Might see you next week if I can be bothered to go to that other place, otherwise I'll be here.
On your own?
Oh.
No referrals this week, but I really enjoyed that. So, sorry, 10-minute presentation. I thought it was really educational. Yeah, so that's it. Great meeting. See you all at the new place next week.
The old place.
Well, the new place, mate.
Great education's got there, Terry, and yeah, congratulations, Matt, on winning. Your wall is going to be getting plastered with certificates. So, great 10 minutes there. Most enjoyable, simple but highly effective. So I fully enjoyed that.
Like me.
Quite overcomplicated. I've got a referral for you, Stuart. Looking for an access point. So yeah, just give us a tinkle when you can.
Thank you.
And one other thing, do you come across like second-hand data cabinets of around 15 new in size at all?
Yeah, from time to time.
Oh, yeah, I might have one then. So anyway, great meeting. See you all next week.
Thank you. It's in the back of his
Great meeting, great Ed Slot and Terry. That was really insightful and wonderful 10 minutes. Obviously, we've done quite a bit of work together. In fact, these guys are coming around whenever it is.
Yeah, hopefully.
To do some work on our office. So it's great. I had a one-to-one with Simon, he's not here, and a very exciting pitch opportunity which I need a bit of wordsmithing for. And insight of content and comms and all of that. Yeah, thanks very much for the Oscar and all of those wonderful things. And I beat you to it. I've already got an estate agent signed, sealed, delivered. 18th is coming.
Very good.
Bring them both.
Fight!
I may have an estate agent as well, so we're not going to be sure.
Put them all in the ring.
Great meeting, everyone. Excellent 10 minutes. Your Ed Slot. Brilliant. I have a referral for Aidan, which I think I might be able to pass down this way for that little agreement that you prepared for me. And another referral for my esteemed accountant and his bookkeeping team to do my VAT accounts for the last quarter.
Great meeting. I loved your 10 minutes. We have the Wi-Fi is our bane of our life in my house. We don't have broadband. We have 4Gs. We have different routers. It's like chaos. So really interesting. I just wish you would come to my house and sort of that. Loved your Ed Slot. I always feel that everyone has a really interesting 60 seconds, and then I bring the tone really down. So
Brian's job.
I'm going to
And he does it very well. At least don't talk about poo.
At least I don't talk about food, yes. So I'm going to try and lighten it up, maybe. But, who knows? I'm not going to be here next week because I've got clients in London, but I see the week after.
Bring them here.
Well done. That really bring the tone down.
Yeah, another good meeting. Really interesting Ed Slot and really interesting 10 minutes. Really enjoyed that. Very clear. And good luck with your application, Sarah. Hope you get your money.
Thank you. I'll let you know.
Yeah, that's good. Mike, I need to have a quick chat with you about mortgages. That's it. Thank you. See you next week at the other place.
As always, 10 minutes. Congrats to you again.
Speak up.
Matt. Pardon?
Speak up.
Pardon? There's a referral there for Scott for Google email service. There's no one there for website hosting. Back in the fold, and it's costing me money already. I'm off to Paul for year-end accounts. So that's Paul and that for Scott. And looking forward to being back at Calcott next week. It's closer.
Yes.
Yeah, great meeting. Terry, very focused. 60 seconds out on education. Really, actually does bring home a lot of things. Great, nothing like a practical demonstration, especially to a banker who knows what wire goes in what. So it was great to see that. Still never going to do it, but it's still turn over there. That's how it works. Aidan, I'm going to give you a call a bit later. I might have a bit of this for you. Commercial leasing to a SIP. Do you do that? Yeah. So something for you there. And Terry, I owe you a call as well. I've got the letter. I've just got to try and cross the T's. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Great Ed slot, brilliant 10-minute slot. Same as Jane. Never thought I'd need the difference between one and an, so thank you. Tina, could we have a chat please? I've got an admin project. I cannot get it over the finishing line, mainly because I'm admin stupid. So help is desperately needed. Jane, we're going to have a little chat, get this thing for Monday over the finishing line if we can. Other than that, I've put in loads of stuff on the website. I've done a catch-up. Thank you to the money to pretty much half the group. Referrals to half the group and everything else to half the group. I've just had about 3 or 4 month catch-up. So they've all gone through. So I'm hoping I should be. I'm hoping I get I've been generally that busy that I've not been anywhere near a computer. But it will be nice to be near the top of the table, even if it's just for 1 week. You know, so
see what it looks like next week.
Yeah. So thank you very much, everyone, and look forward to next week where I do not have to cook. So thank you.
I just have to thank you for Terry, who put me on to an IT company. We've had led to a couple of referrals actually, which those 3 that have come in. One of which turned into some decent bit of business for us. So thank you, Terry.
Well done.
Right. Thank you all for a really good meeting. I think this last referrals round illustrates the difference between the Zoom meetings and these meetings, and it is a central part. It's probably the most important part of the meeting. Is the referrals round. So, and we always still enjoy it. Always, it's like lavatory jokes. Get the bloke to walk all the way around. That's brilliant. And Stuart, a thanks for the help, not only for yourself but for your staff in dealing with me with our phone system. Eyes must go to the ceiling when I phone up and say I've got a problem, but they deal with it with true professionalism, and they're even polite as well, which is amazing. So thank you all for a great meeting today, and our last one here.
Yes.
But